So when we undertook this process 4 years ago, we didn't have a demand planning process within the business. So we've actually had to bring in people, process and systems to enable that IVP process. It has meant standing up demand planning, being somewhat theoretical and projective in the way that we've approached our demand plan, which was an uncomfortable place for the business to be in, whereas it came from dealing with fact, and to think more broadly than those facts, to bring on assumptions into our process to actually nail that down into a second year forecast. Before we brought in CCH Tagetik, we had a very short-term planning horizon. Basically, we looked at our order book, what we had orders from our customers from, and the lead time, and that was about the extent of our planning horizon, which was about 9 months to 1 year. But we wanted to get a second year outlook into our planning horizon, and by undertaking a project to bring in CCH Tagetik as part of our integrated business planning process, that allowed us to bring in better planning capability in the business. We were very much data rich, but insight poor. And we had a lot of disparate Excel based functions within the business. And by being able to bring that all into the one platform, enabled us, regardless of whether it's demand, supply or financialisation, to work from one harmonised plan. And it's bringing in all those data attributes into the one system that enabled that, because what you then did was create a golden thread in the data. The business is able to make better decisions sooner, and when you're working in a VP process, you are actually working from an exception based as opposed to recreating the plan all the time. So really cycle on cycle or month on month this process, you're dealing with what has changed as opposed to dealing with the whole plan. So you're becoming an exception based business, which makes it easier to navigate overall. You're changing your business by degrees as opposed to wholesale changes in the short term. One of the things we wanted to do was inventory projection, and to understand what the impacts of the system would be on inventory projection as we projected forward. It basically gave us an expectation that our inventory would reduce by about 12% by this into financial year, and a further 12% in the following financial year. And that looks to be consistent with the results we've got up to now. When we're looking at that in the context of our replenishment plan and all our capability and capacity plans and that, it all completes the picture of what we're doing from an IBP perspective and driving that 2-year horizon. And that also then ties into our financial expectation of where we will sit with inventory by the end of the financial year, which is important from a commercial perspective to understand that inventory turns and the inventory projection.